Hello, this is Linda Ellis, and this is my Artifact 12. Artifact 12 covers two standards. I will start with Standard 7.2, ISTE Criterion 24. I will be looking at my summative assessment analysis that was completed in ITEC 7305. Our language arts and reading math teachers at Northside High School, they use the MAPS benchmark testing system to assess students' growth. Students in 9th and 10th grade are tested. The last testing was winter of the 2022-23 school year. The math assessment was administered to 442 9th graders and 335 10th graders. The language arts and reading assessment was administered to 395 9th graders and 299 10th graders. Teachers will be identifying students in 9th and 10th grades that are below grade level in math and reading, and will be offering after-school tutoring and additional remediation through our SOAR program, which is every Monday and Tuesday for 30 minutes that we have. So Standard 7.2, ISTE Criterion 24. With Artifact 12, I will show that I show the data I use to analyze learning and bring about change in my instruction. I will show and explain the process used to collect the data, and will show the adjustments that were made. So you can see on right here, this is our student growth summary report, and it tells us the RIT growth, which stands for RASH unit. Anyway, RASH unit. So this says where they're at, basically. And so this is our math set of data. And then over here, this, without students' names on it, this has the student's grade and what course it was, whether it was math or reading, the date they were tested, what their starting number was, and then what, when they finished testing, what their end was. And you can see they estimated that this individual, their projected RIT would be a 237. Excuse me, let me go back to that. Would be a 237. So that would be a growth from the 235 to 237, a growth of 2. So what actually happened, they went from 235 to 232, so their growth was a -3. So then it says, did they meet their growth projection, yes or no? And if it's no, there'll be some of the students that are actually chosen to be in the remediation and or SOAR groups to help increase their score and show growth. So as you can see here, this is the data along with the next slide that was used to analyze our learning, and the process that was used to collect it is the MAPS testing, and this testing and scoring is done on all on computers. So the next one is where we actually have an analysis of the data, and so you can see it visually. I have the same information. You have the results showed a growth of 1.8% in 9th grade math overall, and a 0.48% growth in 10th grade math. It also showed a 1.82% growth in 9th grade language arts reading, and a 0.59% growth in 10th grade language arts reading. So the reading teachers at Northside saw growth in their classes ranging from 38% to 63.42%, and you can see that as well with the visuals. So then, let's see. Yes. So some of the changes to improve instruction, additional remediation will be implemented through the SOAR program at Northside High School, along with additional pay resources for after-school tutoring, which is already allocated from Title I funds. So it's not just an individual teacher staying to tutor like they tutor their class. The school's actually paying teachers to stay after school that will tutor. And so that has helped actually increase the amount of students that are coming for this. Teachers with higher growth rates will share what they did in their class with other teachers, and conversations will be had about practices that have and have not worked. So with Artifact 12, I showed that the data I used to analyze learning and bring about change in my instruction. I will show and explain the processes used to collect the data, and will show the adjustments that were made. And so based on this information is actually how the teachers will try to adjust what they're doing in the classroom, but also just by adding that extra remediation as well. And for Standard 7.3 ISTE Criterion 25, with Artifact 12, I will show that I show and explain how my students have opportunities to reflect on their own learning data using technology, and it will show the learning data used for reflection. So, as you can see from here, this is a student profile report. Now, I did take this one from offline. I did not have an actual student profile report in my hands from our instructional coach. I just had the data, and I had everything on the Excel spreadsheet, but I didn't have this. So I'm just going to explain it to you. So this actually tells students, you know, where the growth at mean is, achievement below mean, growth over time. It shows them their growth over time, shows what they scored in reading, language arts, science. We only did the reading, language arts, math. We do not do it in science at this point in time. But then it clearly shows you the standards, you know, possible range. It gives them an explanation. Okay, and then to the other side over here, if you can see, it says growth goals. So instructional areas, measurement and data, operational, algebraic thinking, and I'm moving my whole screen here. Geometry, number, and operations, and it's pretty much showing them what they scored in those areas. So this is just a way for the students themselves to actually have an opportunity to look at their learning data.